Just arrived at Maker Central. And there I have my badge. I ended up giving out a few badges. I'm just going to give a very brief little look at Maker Central, but you'll see that I was with Rob, Frank and Roger, and they all have more better videos than I have done. So just here's some key moments of like the record power stand and also just the general activities area. A couple of stands to note, there was actually a glass bead making kit. I think they were actually charging about 70 quid for this. I didn't get it, but it was actually quite useful. Simon Stevens Kane, it was really interesting just actually watching them make it. I had a brief chat with him about how he goes about making them. And then this interesting one is the saw stop. And they've got Peter Millard and Mark from Start Making. At the saw stop demonstration, watch Peter Millard's reaction to when the saw drops down. He just calmly moves his hand back. Right now, Mark is in the blue shirt. Guy moves his head. Plus you come forward, jump, and you see how he gave a little jump. Now, one final time, and watch the guy in black. No reaction. Brilliant to see how different people react. And there was various different stands, so there were sewing machines, there was also a lot of laser printers, there's wood that you could buy, there's a whole manner of different things. Offcuts as well, which is quite handy. I didn't actually go back. There's Simon the Cane Maker again. And there was also some, like I think these were more resellers of particular parts, so like incense and bags and that. And there was quite a nice little bag that I considered getting, but they sold out of that one when I went back. Then finally, this is them just doing a little bit of saw cutting. So this guy, he managed to do 30 minutes to carve the owl. When he asked them how does he do it, does he draw it, does he plan it, he goes, no, I just make big things small. And I was thinking, well, that's inverse of me because I make small things big. But just look at the level of detail that he's able to get on it. It was brilliant. And it's quite good having the screen set up so you could actually see everything. So yeah, all in all, quite a nice day. I didn't actually spend that much money there, but one of the things I did buy was the G-sharp sharpening jig, and this is it here. Now, the bit that I quite liked about it was that instead of it being that you're putting downward pressure with the blade on top of the stone, this was actually sitting on top and you're actually letting the diamond do the work. The other bit is that it was something that somebody in the UK invented, so it was quite nice to actually see some British ingenuity there. And the other part is that I thought all of these little bits are actually going to be able to fit under the microscope. So I might be able to actually have a look at the different blades. I'll leave a link to the description to their channel on in the description below as well. And it ended up being quite a good trade deal. So most trade deals were like 5%, 7% off. This one was about, I think it was about 30% off by the time you actually took into account. If you go to a website, they exclude VAT. So whereas on here, it was VAT inclusive and it was about a bit cheaper. And it was really, really good to see another inventor, Martin Murray, and I'm going to link to his channel below as well. I would say watch it. He's got this really unique shooting board and he actually shares the plans with it. And I have actually had a look at it and I'm thinking I don't have a CNC, but I'm thinking that I should be able to make something with either just hand tools only, or I might be able to use my drill press in that. Router maybe, but I'm going to see if I can actually avoid using that. But yeah, check out his channel and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I do. Now, I managed to also meet Brett from Useless to Useful, and again, I'm going to link their channel in the description. And he managed to actually pass me some paint samples from one of his latest videos where he's refurbishing an old wrought iron gate. And so I have actually put those under the microscope, so I'll be sharing the results relatively soon. And a big thank you to Rob from Weekend Shedhead, Frank from Frank's Little Workshop, and Roger from the Garage Workshop, who went around with me throughout the day, and I learned so much from them, from their discussions about running a channel, doing thumbnails, and so on and so forth. And it was really good just spending the day with them. Of course, I'd done with Frank and Rob, I'd done the shed space before, so it wasn't like completely brand new meeting them, but it was just great to see them in person. And that was Maker Central. So as I say, Frank's done a really good video. Roger's also done a video, and I'm sure Rob will put something out at some point. And I'd say go to their channel, that'll give them a better overview. Anyway, thanks very much for watching Scoping Out Tools. Bye for now.